Stable and steadily improving, that is the bottom line on a new report out on the Triangle housing market.
Real estate broker Schnaidt conducted this study and joins us now to tell us a little bit more about this. Thank you for being in here this morning, Al.
You're certainly welcome. Great to be here.
So are we finally seeing some signs of encouragement?
We are seeing signs of encouragement. We began to see it in the second quarter of the year. As we moved into the third quarter, the signs got stronger, and I have 4 or 5 numbers that I think I'd like to share with you that you're going to find encouraging, and we'll start with inventories. Inventories in the whole Triangle, which is the market we tend to look at because our business is throughout the Triangle area, inventory in the whole market is down to a 14-month low as we sit here today. If you drill down and look at various segments within that Triangle market, we find all 12 segments that we looked at below the other points of this year. Why are inventories down? Well, a big reason inventories are down is we see about 1,000 less houses coming on the market each month, and that's been going on all year. 1,000 less than 08, 1,000 less than 07. And so that's helped a lot, albeit at the expense of the builders and not building as many homes as they had in the past. And the second reason we see the inventories dropping is the sales are up. The under contract homes in September and October was 10 to 20% under September and October of 08, and that is especially encouraging. And then my favorite number of the 5 is showings are up. We've now seen 4 consecutive months, excuse me, of showings better than the same period last year. September showings were 21% stronger than they were in September of 08, and even 3% stronger than they were in 07. So clearly buyers from this data are moving back into the market.
Al, which homes are selling right now?
About 80% of the transactions we see are below $300,000 in price. That's up from about 75% in the previous 2 years. I think a lot of that can be attributed to the first-time home buyer tax credit. Above $300,000 is still struggling a little bit with more inventories and few less buyers moving through.
So how about interest rates right now?
Interest rates remain great. They're at all-time lows, hovering around 5%, 5 1/8, 4 7/8. I think this last weekend they ended at about 4 7/8.
And what about your forecast for the rest of this year and into next year?
Well, we see the inertia that we've got going right now continuing into next year, and I'm forecasting a 5 or 10% uptick in Triangle home sales over what we saw in 08, which clearly is not the stellar years we had in 06 and 07. It may be a while before we get back there, but really encouraged that this trend seems to have some strength to it, and we'll see it in next year's numbers as well.
Definitely some good and encouraging news this morning. Real estate broker Schnaidt, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.